Legal experts say that he will only get a sentence of about 20 to 25 years. Now, what we can expect today, we can expect to hear victim impact statements. It's still too early to call tonight, as we have not got results from big states like California and Texas. People are here, they're marching around. Things are peaceful right now. There are medics around, there are people that are blocking the road, making sure that people are safe. People are going to be asking, where were you when Derek Chauvin was found guilty in all 3 counts? I know you were trying to process so much that day, but at what point did you realize that you were a victim of a terrorist attack? They did experience that tornado. They said it lasted about 5 minutes. Now, as far as damage, look behind me. Look at this tree. Quick trivia question. While I eat some of these cookies, Tom and Caitlin, how many Sweet Martha cookies can they produce in one day?
How many do they bake in one day?
In one day.
I would say 10,847.
Let's go with what he said.
Are we close?
It's very specific. 3 million. We're here on 38th in Chicago, as you said, known as George Floyd Square. Thousands of people coming here to honor and celebrate the life of a man whose death reinforced the need for change within law enforcement that so many people have been fighting for. 365 days ago today, a movement began. It's been 1 year.
George Floyd could have been me. Yeah. George Floyd could have been me. Yeah.
In George Floyd's memorial is still a place to honor the man who lost his life in the hands of police.
When I first got out of the Uber, I cried. I've been crying on and off for like the last hour because you can feel it. You can feel the energy. You can feel the community.
There's not enough words to describe the emotions attached with being in this space and knowing that you're inches away from where he took his last breath.
A community of strangers that's preserved this area.
It's like a revolution has been birthed here. Minnesota is on the map as far as, changes. George changed a lot of things. I mean, they had him as a martyr, but he was the change maker, the game changer. We're turning this tragedy into a triumph because God allowed it to happen, and we're going to try to make the best out of this bad situation.
To the man who interacted with Floyd the day he died.
I was working the day that George Floyd was murdered.
Christopher Martin was one of many witnesses who took the stand in the Derek Chauvin trial. A moment in his life he won't forget. But Martin, as well as hundreds of others, came out to pay their respect.
Justice for George Floyd. It's not done. The work's not done, as I said earlier. Those other 4 officers need to be sentenced as well. So there's still work to do.
Well, one man that I talked to said it's a celebration of Black love here. Now, thousands of people still around, and we're right in front of that famous George Floyd mural that so many people are coming up to take pictures next to. And there's a candlelight vigil that is going on. There are some people that have candles in their hand that are placing them in certain areas around this memorial. It's like a family reunion. There was music, there was dancing, there were speakers, there was a loud stage going on as well. And as the man that we heard from earlier, he says people are turning tragedy into triumph. So in Minneapolis, KaMaria Braye, Fox 47 News. It's been a whirlwind of a year.
COVID and everything was really hard.
This whole quarantine, we didn't really even do much. We never really had that much fun.
But Friday night was a chance to leave that behind.
It's kind of our last bang before we leave for college.
And celebrate the end of a school year. At an event that was non-existent a year ago.
To experience this such big thing in high school, get to go to prom.
I'm so glad that we were able to have one because we weren't expecting one. It was super last second, but we were able to throw together some dresses.
For the Rockets, it's the smiles and selfies that make the memory unforgettable.
It's something that we won't ever forget. It's something that means a lot to us as seniors because we didn't get it last year as juniors, and just getting together with everybody and seeing everybody happy is it's just something to be proud about.
Although it's for the students, the parents take joy in it too.
It feels real. It feels real. It feels surreal, and it also lets me know that I'm getting old. It does.
And those parents help put it all together.
They've had an awful lot taken away from them, and this is just an opportunity for us and some of the other parents to give back to them a little bit.
Something these students aren't taking for granted.
It's nice that we all get to be together one last time and in a place that's not school. So it's exciting.
It was a busy vaccination afternoon for the Rochester Clinic. Most older adults bearing arms in hopes to get back to normal.
Vaccine is good for everyone.
But come Tuesday, it's open to those 16 and up.
It's just great for everyone our age to get out there and get the vaccines, because once we get the vaccines, then we're the ones that are most active going out and doing stuff.
26-year-old John Luby works at a hotel, so he's already eligible, but hopes his peers hop on the bandwagon.
I actually do know a kid that he turned down the vaccine at his work, and I don't know, I didn't really think that was a good idea. I mean, it's not really like you're getting the vaccine for yourself, you're getting it for anyone that you're going to come in contact with.
So how are pharmacies going to handle the influx of calls now that eligibility has expanded?
We have to go back to look at different description by age, by job, by their medical conditions. So there was a lot of time. It's very time consuming to do the screening.
The Rochester Clinic won't know until Wednesday if it will get more vaccines, but is welcoming all those age 16 and older to sign up.
No pains. I'm good to go.
Because you know that you only have so many of these years left. So that was kind of the toughest part, but it's now that we see the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm looking forward to that.